And he said, I ain't seen no Bigfoot, nothing. I've been up and down them mountains every which way, every year for the last 3 years. I ain't seen nothing. And I was like, well, one day you should come up with me and I'll take you and show you some things that you might not be able to explain that a human being able to do. I go, and if I can prove that to you, that you can't explain, how these things are done, and show you some other, interesting stuff, would you give Bigfoot the benefit of the doubt? And he was like, sure, okay, whatever, dude. So one day we decided to go out, and I take him out, in the late afternoon, in the mountains, late afternoon. And I started showing them all the different crazy tree structures and giant trees, being moved and twisted, and trees interweaving each other. I mean, it's wild stuff. And I was showing them, those footprints, and I did the tree knocking, and we got responses, and he was just like, "Oh my gosh," And yeah, he's I got I got a brand new pop tent, man. Let's camp out tonight. And I was like, you understand that these are very large beings, creatures, and they can just pop off our heads. I go, if they want to. He was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I've been researching that area for 15 years, and they know who I am. I bring them 50 pounds of bananas and tons of apples.
Are you serious?
To the whole, to give to their whole tribe. Why am I just going to leave one thing for them? You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Like,
well, no wonder why you've ingratiated yourself very very well. That's the way it works.
So, and they know I don't bring a gun ever,
right?
So they trust me. Mm-hmm. And people are like, "What about bears and cougars and lions?" I'm like, "Well, if you know animals, if you have an apex predator in a certain territory,
the other ones leave.
The other ones, yes,
yep,
and they get out. Are the apex to the apex max.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so whenever I'm in a serious Sasquatch area, the only thing I'll ever see animal-wise is birds, chipmunks, deer, elk, But 15 years, never ran into them. Outside of that, I've run into animals, all the time, being up in the mountains. But so we set up the tent. I go out there, and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm going to call them. And they're like, he's like, what are you talking about? And I go, don't worry about it. Hey, Sasquatch, it's me, Jesus. I was like, we're here to say what's up. We want you to come down and visit us. Come on down and visit us tonight.
Oh my God.
And he's just looking at me like,
really, bro?
Yeah. He's like, this is what I brought my tent for.
Yeah, and I was like, you said you wanted to see some Bigfoot, right? And he was like, yeah, okay, whatever, dude. So we set up the tent. Nighttime comes, midnight comes, 1 o'clock comes, and then we start hearing footprints walking around the tent. And I'm like, they're here, And he's just like, no, it's probably a bear or something, And then you see a big ass hand pressing on the tent, just a big old hand. I was like,
get out, get out.
Jeez. Yeah,
I'm getting chill.
He's like, oh, holy crap, and it was really cold that night. It was really cold that night. So we tried duct taping the there's the vent hood above your tent.
Yeah.
And then there's the actual material that goes on it.
The rain fly.
So we tried to tape it shut because it was so cold. We didn't want the heat to get out. But when you got duct tape and cold, nothing sticks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then the Bigfoot walks around to the back. I'm sitting by the zipper door. He's sitting on the opposite side of the tent. And one of them sticks their arm underneath the tent, big old arm, and knocks him over. Ugh. So there's this giant arm under my tent now. And I put the flashlight where I think the face should be, because that's where up to its shoulder, you know what I mean? So his face should be right there. And I shined it out and I go, no, bad Bigfoot. And it pulled its arm out. And he looks at me, he goes, did you just scold the Bigfoot? I was like, I don't know what else do I say, bro? I ain't gonna yell at it. Hell no, I ain't trying to act like I'm a badass to them. I was like, I know my place. I stay in my lane with Bigfoot, and that's when they started peeling back the tent cover, the vent cover.
Yeah.
They started peeling it to the side, and we're looking down inside the tent, And that's when he looked up. He was like, "Oh my god, I
Bro,
can see its nose. I can see its nose." Yeah, he started freaking out, dude, real bad.
this
And I was
image
just-
is, I mean, DA, we didn't see this one, so this
I
is
don't
kind
think
of
we
a
saw this one.
this
yeah.
is a compilation of
and that helps a lot.
various
Knowing
stages
I thought
that are
they
all
were
put
looking at
together.
the front of like the.
I didn't realize it was from the top, and then when Jesus
yeah.
told me
Yeah.
how tall
I
this
thought it was
tent
at the
is.
doorway.
Now hang on.
So it's like a.
This tent is how tall Jesus.
Oh, I'm 6'3", and I could stand in it, and it didn't touch my head.
Yeah,
I still had
it's
about
a nice
maybe
like canopy tent.
7 foot. Yeah, you know, and you know the other guy was Kenny. He was just sitting down, you know, cross-legged underneath, looking up. So on his side of the tent, because there's 4 openings, you know, above,
Right.
and on his 2 is where they're looking in on his side down. From my angle, I couldn't see them because of the mesh, the like the screen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I have a flashlight. I'm at an angle, so I just see the mesh. I don't see nothing else.
Right.
He can see straight up.
He could see the
Oh, yeah.
nose and the eyes, and then he snapped this
yeah.
photo.
No,
You snapped him.
This is some heartbreaking stuff, brother. But it's actually video footage.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay? So I was filming.
Gotcha.
And these are screenshots
Okay.
Yeah.
that I enhanced. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I'm filming. I have my camera with the flashlight in my hand, and he's just sitting there, just like, you know, freaking the hell out. And he gets to a point where, for real, he was freaking out, man. And it got to a point. I didn't realize that the Bigfoot was one of the Bigfoots was looking at him, but quietly going like this to him, looking at him, going.
And that's what
Yeah,
we
that's
have.
what
We have a photo of that,
yeah.
and it's.
Yeah.
Is it this one?
That's both of them. Yeah, I'm shining the flashlight at them. You can see 2 faces, one on the left, one on the right. And because of the way they pulled the material, there's something in between them. Some materials between them. Yeah, so I was able to enhance it, brighten it, sharpen it, and the one on, since you could see the full face on the right, I wanted to know what the one on the left looked like, the full face, you know.
Right.
So that's when I mirrored the image.
Version. And that's
Oh, I see.
this one here. That's
I
the
see.
mirror that he mirrored them together.
Yeah.
I think you're. Oh
Dude,
my god,
that's strange.
holy!
Yeah.
Am I
You can see
wrong?
teeth. You can see teeth.
Yeah, yeah,
And
no,
everything.
yeah.
Dude, that's
what the?
fucking creepy.
No, I've not seen that picture. That's
We hadn't seen that one from
No,
DA.
that's
DA never showed us
insane.
that one.
Yeah.
what the?
It was
hell?
smiling. It was smiling. That's a
At
creepy.
least it's friendly. Good grief,
Right?
man.
Yeah, what
Yeah, but
kind of
so
what kind of sounds
Oh,
was it making?
that's a good
Necro has
question.
a good
Yeah.
question.
they were silent. They were
Okay.
They
being
didn't make
silent.
any noise. What was so? What?
The only noise we heard, because this is the only noise we heard, was when they first walked up to the tent,
Okay.
right? And this was right before it reached underneath the tent. You could hear it sniff the bottom from the bottom of the tent. It went all the way sniff, 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 to the top of the tent. If it was a
Okay.
bear, it would only get to sniff halfway.
All
you know?
right.
So yeah,
That just
Yeah.
freaked me out even more. Just that description of it sniffing the tent like a giant Twinkie.